Hello everyone, my name is Kate Walker and I'm an academic advisor at GCC. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the tools you need to choose your classes, your transcript, degree audit checklists, and the GCC course catalog. These are resources you can use either to prepare to self-register for classes using your PIN number, or to prepare to meet with your advisor to talk about your academic plans. We'll also go over how to find out who your advisor is and how to get in touch with the Academic Advising Center if you have any questions. Let's get started with the tools I mentioned. First, let's get signed into my GCC by going to our homepage, clicking the blue login, using the same password as your Moodle and your email. Now let's head to your dashboard by clicking on your face. This is my face. And from there, you can click View Transcript right here. This will tell you all the classes you have taken and are currently taking at GCC, as well as any credits you were awarded for transfer or prior learning. If you're just starting here, you won't see anything here. You'll see that I just have a couple classes. I took some Spanish, and any current coursework will be down at the bottom. Okay, let's open another tab, keeping this one open, and talk about degree audits. You may already have one of these on hand that you just need to update with your most recent classes. If you don't have a current one, or if you want to see a degree audit for another major or certificate you're considering, you can find degree audit sheets on our homepage. You can get to them by clicking through a bunch of menus, but there are a lot of things that are easier just to plug into the search box. So look, it's the first result right here. So a degree audit is simply a list of classes that you need to take in order to get a particular degree or certificate. So here you'll see all the different degrees and certificates that we offer at GCC. You can click on any of these to find a degree audit. One thing to keep in mind though is that these lists only list the 100 level or above credit classes. So if you need to take any of our math or English developmental classes like English 090 or 094 or math 090 or 095, don't be confused when you don't see them on these lists. You'll see them listed as prerequisites for the classes that are on these lists. And if you're not sure if you need to take developmental classes, that means you need to talk to an advisor and we can help you figure this out. So let's look at the liberal arts general degree audit as an example. You'll need to download this and open it. And then, this is the major you might choose if you're not sure what you want to major in, as it gets you started on core general education requirements that are likely to count toward most other majors as well. It's also our most flexible degree, so some students declare it so they can tailor it to their transfer plan, but you always want to make sure you're talking with an advisor about how to use this major most efficiently, no matter what your plans are. Okay, so if you enable editing, you can use this to check off the classes that you've already taken without even printing it out. So let's say you've already taken English 101, for example. You can just put a little X there. You can also highlight classes you need to take or that you're particularly interested in taking, or do whatever else you want to do to help you use this as a tool. So let's say you want to think about taking a history class this semester. You can highlight that to keep that on your radar. So feel free to look at other degree audits if you're considering a different major or a stacking certificate. Looking at different degree audits can help you see how various classes overlap and how you might be able to keep doors open even as you move forward. So for example, let's say you're declared as liberal arts general, but you're considering human services, which is LHS over here. This bigger. So you'll see that over here in liberal arts general, you get to choose from these lists of quite a few different behavioral and social science classes. And then here you can choose any class from the list of behavioral and social science general education electives, which we'll look at in a moment. But over in LHS, you have these very specific behavioral and social science classes, Psych 101, Social 101, Psych 217. However, all those fit onto these lists. So you might want to choose Psychology 101 or Sociology 101 from this list over here, if you are considering LHS, because it fits on both lists, so you'd be good either way. So that's one way to kind of cross-reference these as you're doing some thinking. So let's see. I'm going to leave these open. So when you look at these lists, actually, I'll pull one back over because you might have been looking at that and just being like, "Whoa, I don't know what this means." So that's fine. Don't worry. When you look at this, you might have questions about what counts as what from my transcript. What do these codes mean? And that's the sort of thing you can talk to an advisor about, whether it's your assigned advisor or someone in the advising center. These can get pretty complicated, and it's our job to explain it to you and make sure you understand your options clearly, and you will get used to this and figure it out. So don't stress if you're looking at it and it's not making sense to you. We'll help and you will get there. Another thing you always want to make sure to discuss with an advisor is how to use any open elective spots on your degree audit. So you'll see these, there's a lot of them on the liberal arts general degree audit list, but they show up in a few others as well. In some cases, this may be a spot you can use to take any class that interests you, but in other cases, there might be a particular class that your advisor will recommend based on your individual career or transfer plan. So talk to your advisor with specific questions, but there are some general questions that our course catalog can help you figure out for yourself. So let's go find the course catalog. So this is another thing that you can put in the search box, just like we did for the degree audits, but it's also very easy to find under academics. You can just go down and click on course catalog and it'll take you right there. A quick note that this is the current course catalog, which applies to the 2019-2020 academic year. There will be a new one out soon for the 2020-2021 academic year. So just keep that in mind as some information will be updated. The majority of it stays pretty consistent though. So this catalog is just filled with important and helpful information. So if you've never looked at it before, it might be a good idea to at least glance through the table of contents to get a sense of what's in there. But right now, there are just two things I want to show you. So first of all, this is pretty small, but you can do this full screen, and then you can page through it just like a book. But I happen to know exactly the page I want to go to, which is 154, and it'll zip me right over there. So this is a list of credit courses. You can see all the departments at the beginning, some notes, and then it goes into each department's classes. One extremely important thing to understand here about these course descriptions is that they're telling you about all the courses we ever offer at GCC, not what is offered this semester specifically. So not all of these classes are offered every semester, but they're all offered at some point. So you definitely need to look at the schedule for the specific semester you're registering for, whether that's summer 1, summer 2, fall, January intersession, spring. But this is still a nice way to browse and learn about classes or even departments that you had no idea existed. You'll also see prerequisites listed here in the course descriptions, which tell you what classes you need to take before this class. If you have questions about those, talk to your advisor. And remember that if you see the words or equivalent or permission of instructor, it may be possible to take the class even if you don't have the exact prerequisite listed from GCC. So you'll want to check with your advisor about that. The other thing I want to show you in this catalog is the list of general education electives. So that's on page 62. Take that in there. So going back over here to our example degree audit, you'll see that there are some places where it says things like 1 3-credit course from the list of behavioral and social science general education electives, or 1 3 or 4-credit course from the list of humanities and fine arts general education electives from the catalog. So these lists in the catalog are where you find those classes. So anything on the specified lists will satisfy that requirement on the degree audit. So if you're looking for humanities and fine arts, that's anything from art, dance, English, communications, languages, philosophy, theater. So that's a place where you can browse through here and get some ideas. So I'm going to close that now. And with these tools, you should be able to get some ideas of classes you want to look for on the scheduler or things that you want to plan for future semesters and get a sense of what you still have left to take in order to complete your degree. But I want to say again that advisors are here to help you make sense of it all. It's good for you to do some of the legwork so that you're informed and in control of your education and learning each semester more and more how to use these tools. But we absolutely expect you to have questions. So finally, let's head back to your MyGCC dashboard and talk about advisors. So again, you can click on your face. You can also click on Find Your Advisor to the left here. There's usually a couple different ways to do everything. So if you look up at the top here where it says advisor, if there's a name written here, that's your assigned advisor. So you can, if you have your email client connected, you can actually click that person's name and it will send you to their email. But you can also look them up in our employee directory and find their contact information. However, if you're a newer returning student, you won't have a specific person assigned to you until a few weeks into your first semester with us. So your dashboard will say Advising Center Advisor, like mine does, and you'll need to contact the Advising Center with questions or to sign up for classes. Even students who do have an assigned advisor are very welcome to get in touch with the Academic Advising Center at any time with any questions, especially during the summer when your assigned advisor may not be available. So you'll find several ways to contact us on our website, which again, pop that right into the search box, look for academic advising, or you can go to student services, view all, and it's going to be the very first one there. So again, several ways to contact us here. Our phone number, 413-775-1339. Our location, which eventually we will return to. The best way to reach us right now is email, advising@gcc.mass.edu. You can also use this chat box at the bottom on the right of the page. If nobody's available to chat live, your message will go directly to our email and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. There are also some great resources to check out on this page while we're here. So feel free to click through there and see what we have to offer. That's it for this video on preparing to register for classes. Thank you for watching.